MultiversX promises to make our entrance into the metaverse seamless. Do they have what it takes to do so? We're here to find out. My name is Amin, and let's get started. MultiversX, previously called Elrond, is a layer 1 blockchain protocol, the main goal of which is to provide a highly scalable, energy efficient and safe network. The project was rebranded in November 2022 and became MultiversX to reflect its new direction toward metaverse development. Elrond's projects were moved to the new ecosystem under new names, for example, Elrond Wallet turning to the X Wallet, and then the product range started to grow further. The team's mission is to create a seamless way of getting from the real world into the metaverse, allowing both to function at their highest capacity. First of all, let's discuss the MultiversX ecosystem. It might look a little overwhelming with this number of products, but here are the most essential ones. X Exchange, a decentralized exchange that offers low-cost, fully automatic asset swapping. X Spotlight, an NFT platform. It allows creators and NFT enthusiasts to connect, enjoy, and potentially buy digital art. X Launchpad. It funds startups that aim to build new blockchain-related communities. X Fabric, a customizable blockchain infrastructure that developers can easily deploy. It will underpin MultiversX's new metaverse world starting in the third quarter of 2023. X Portal, a multi-purpose app that provides storage for avatars, cryptocurrency, and NFTs. Users can also swap supported crypto assets, send and receive fiat payments, chat with friends, and manage a crypto fiat debit card. X Worlds, the engine for developers and gamers to create their immersive, interoperable digital worlds. It will go live in the last quarter of this year. Next, let's explore the cutting-edge technologies that set MultiversX apart from the rest. Our journey starts with the revolutionary consensus mechanism powering its blockchain, Secure Proof of Stake, or SPOS. The project elaborated on Elrond's idea of a consensus mechanism that functions similarly to a lottery. It randomly chooses leaders to propose a block and committee members to vote on a block. However, MultiversX went further and came up with the technology thanks to which they lowered latency and enhanced security. They store a randomization factor in every block. This gives nodes an opportunity to choose the consensus group at the beginning of each round. By doing that, they ensure that the control isn't taken over by a group of nodes. Additionally, there's the adaptive state sharding. MultiversX combines network transaction and state sharding to create a balanced and high-performance system. State sharding is the most critical and complex method as it ensures nodes only store a portion of the overall network state to make synchronization faster and more efficient. To coordinate cross-shard operations, the network uses the metachain. The network shuffles nodes within network shards randomly to enhance security and create a scalable solution to the challenges of blockchain technology. Finally, the platform boasts MultiversX Virtual Machine. It supports such programming languages as Rust, TypeScript, and others. This allows developers to program smart contracts using familiar languages. The MultiversX VM is interoperable with Ethereum Virtual Machine, enabling it to execute Ethereum smart contracts. The MultiversX VM also facilitates interoperability between external blockchain systems, enabling the exchange of value and data across multiple blockchain protocols. At the heart of this whole structure, there is the ecosystem's native token, EGLD. It has a lot of functions, namely, it's used for transactions, smart contracts, staking, validators, rewards, and governance. What's more, authors of smart contracts receive royalties. 30% of the transaction fees are given to them. 10% of transaction fees are used to reward community members during special events. The circulating supply is 25.39 million tokens. Where did MultiversX come from? The project's mainnet was launched by Lucien Tudea, Benjamin Minku, and Lucien Minku in July 2020, even though it was in the works since 2017. The company is based in Malta. In 2019, the company raised $1.9 million from investors including Skynet EGLD Capital and Binance Labs. In the summer of 2019, Elrond also raised an additional $3.25 million during the initial exchange offering, which cost the company 25% of its total token supply. As for the company's interesting collaborations, Elrond and then by extension MultiversX started to work together with the National Institute for Research and Development in Informatics of Romania in 2022. They announced two strategic projects. The first was an NFT platform for state institutions, businesses, and citizens, and the second one was a decentralized DNS or domain name system and TLD top-level domain ecosystem. By the end of April 2023, the first product was launched. MultiversX has a devoted user community with almost 570,000 followers on Twitter alone. Their attitude seems to be overwhelmingly positive, with encouraging comments and retweets of the posts with the project's developments. What are the advantages of MultiversX? Scalability. The advanced sharding technology allows a scalability beyond 100K transactions per second. Affordability. The transaction cost currently is about $0.00188. Decentralization. There are 3,200 validator nodes, and the SPOS consensus mechanism ensures that no party takes over the control. The possibility of earning crypto. EGLD holders can lock their assets and receive rewards for securing the network and supporting the protocol. Partnerships. The project's CEO actively engages with high-ranking individuals, including the Minister of Telecommunications of France, regarding the creation of the European metaverse. What are the disadvantages of MultiversX? Comparatively small size. In May 2023, the total value locked on the platform was about $97 million, whereas other platforms with somewhat similar functionality are much larger. Ethereum with almost $28 billion, and Elrond with $184 million. In conclusion, MultiversX EGLD is a Layer 1 blockchain protocol that aims to provide a highly scalable, energy-efficient, and safe network for metaverse development. The project's ecosystem includes various products, and it stands out for its secure proof-of-stake consensus mechanism, adaptive state sharding, and MultiversX virtual machine. Despite its comparatively small size, MultiversX offers advantages such as scalability, affordability, and decentralization. With its focus on the metaverse and ongoing projects with institutions, MultiversX is a promising player in the blockchain space. Please remember that we don't provide any investment advice. This video was made for educational purposes only, so always make sure to do your own thorough research. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more of our videos.